Hey everybody, welcome to another Goblin Man 7 video. Today's video is a video review of the PlayStation 4 that was released just a few days back in North America, and so I'm just going to talk a little bit about some of the features of it that are known as of now, and maybe I'll show you some gameplay as well. Try not to keep it too long, but okay, so let's fire this bad boy up. It's got a nifty little blue light when you just power it up, and we wait. And before I get to the TV, I'll show you the DualShock 4 controller, the new controller. These are your little grips for it anyway, but actually, I'll take them off just to show you what it actually looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's good. It works very well. If you're used to the DualShock 3 for the PlayStation 3, you'll find this almost identical. Obviously, there's a few little differences. Like the triggers here are curved going upward like that, as opposed to the PlayStation 3s where they were kind of straight and even a little bit down. So a lot of people complained about that for years, and Sony actually addressed that with this. Also, there's a speaker here. There's a PlayStation to turn on your console and to access the menu bar, and a share button for sharing gameplay videos, and options, which is options is kind of like the equivalent of a start button on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 2 controller going back. So, your standard buttons back, triangle, square, X, circle are there. D-pad is almost the same as the PlayStation 3, similar. And the sticks are different in the sense that instead of a sort of a concave going down like the PlayStation 3's uh, angle on them, these kind of flip up at the edges. So it's like if your thumb kind of catches in so it doesn't slip out. I think that's what Sony was going for with that. And of course, the L1 R1 buttons are still conveniently placed. And there's the back of the controller, the light bar, and the micro USB port, which charges the controller and syncs it to the console. And that's where you can plug in your headset, microphone jack. Okay, so let's go to the TV here. Go to the correct input. There we go. All right, and I'm gonna set this down to get an extra hand here. Oops. Try that instead. Okay, that's better. So for the rest of the video, I want to talk a little bit about the features of the PlayStation, also some of the features that are absent. You're just signing in. So when you first start it up, you're presented with a menu. It's what's new. So you got Call of Duty Ghosts, which is the game that I got with it. That's already in the console. The Playroom, which is it tells you about how to use the sensor pad, the touchpad that I forgot to explain on the controller, but it's got a touchpad, sensory pad, and two clickers, left click and right click. Video Unlimited, which is a streaming service that Sony provides, and Music Unlimited, live from PlayStation. A lot of the stuff, I don't really, not that interesting to me. Internet browser, which is similar to the PS3's. TV video with your apps, Netflix. I downloaded Game Center. It's got Crackle with it and Crunchyroll. And library of games and everything there, apps. So if I go back and I go up here, when you go up from this menu, you've got your PlayStation Store, notifications, friends, messages, party, profile, trophies, settings, which have a whole host of different options you can access and tinker with, and power, turn it off and on. Now, getting back to the Video Unlimited, Music Unlimited, that brings me to another point. Um, I was kind of disappointed because I contacted Sony and inquired why I couldn't, when I plugged in this flash drive, USB pen drive, or any external drive, thumb or 2.5 inch. When you plug it in, if you have video files on your drive or music files or something that that you want to play, you could easily do it on the PlayStation 3. You could both play them from the drive, and you could also copy them to the hard drive, which was quite honestly a really nice feature. I was off the phone with PlayStation support, and it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they came to the conclusion that there are no such supports. There are no such features on the PlayStation 4, which is disappointing because you would think that they'd include great features from past iterations of their console, but they didn't do that. And when I asked about it, they said, well, the answer I got was they're focused on it's a gaming first console, gaming focused. Now, what I kind of spoke to the guy said back to him was, well, the PlayStation 3, it had games plus all that stuff. Well, sadly, they thought that wasn't the way to go, and they didn't do that, which is disappointing. But they said, in future PlayStation 4 consoles or updates to the PlayStation 4 firmware, they may put that feature in if enough people petition for it and sort of flood the Sony forums and call the support line and ask for it. If that doesn't happen, then you will not see that on the PlayStation 4. I don't know about the Xbox One, but I guess they don't want you using your own CDs or ripped music or video files on their console. They want you to pay for music and video unlimited, their streaming service. They want to make a lot of money. That's what I would gather from why they don't allow you to use USB drives. Hopefully they change that policy, because if they don't, I think the PC is probably the best way to go in terms of if you're going to game between the consoles and the PC. Nevertheless, as far as gaming goes, they say it's a gaming first console. I would say that that's fairly accurate. I'll just pull up Ghost here. Start that up and show you a little bit of that. Little game review here. The load times are good, as you see. It's loading up fairly quickly. Okay, press options to start. Got campaign, multiplayer, squads, extinction. Extinction is like a survival mode where you have to fight against aliens and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, I've heard. I haven't had the opportunity to try it just yet. I've dabbled with the campaign, and I've played one game of multiplayer thus far. But Extinction, you play online, local, split screen, LAN party. It's got options, so we'll just go back to main menu. And I will show you a little bit of multiplayer action here. So aside from my main gripe about the music and videos from USB, that's it. Oh, the other thing, the PlayStation 4 cannot read DVDs, or actually, sorry, CDs. I don't believe it can read DVDs, but it obviously can read Blu-ray only, exclusively. So I thought I would mention that as well. So you really cannot get music or video on your console aside from the Music Unlimited, Video Unlimited at this juncture with the PlayStation 4. Okay, so we'll jump in a match real quick. Do a minute or two demonstration before I get back to the outer menu. Stonehaven. It does, it's doing 1080p, so it does full HDMI, full HD, and it does come. The console does come with an HDMI, about a 5-foot cable. So it's it looks very, very good. It does not come with any other inputs. So if you're trying to use this on any display that is not HDMI compatible, you cannot use it. So be aware of that as well. This is a castle, pretty cool looking map. I've only played one map, and I did pretty badly. It wasn't this one; it was a different one. But let's play for a couple minutes and show you a little snippet of game action. But yeah, overall with the game so far, I'm pleased. There are very, very few games on the PlayStation Network available for the PlayStation 4. All the PlayStation 3 games are not backwards compatible. You cannot even download them on your PlayStation 4. So the network is quite bare at this point. At launch, there's not a whole lot of options for games, but of course that's going to change as time goes by, as the months go by, and there'll be more and more games released for the console, so you don't have to worry too much. Oh boy, I'm getting shot at. I don't know. There he is. I got him. I'm on a roll. But yeah, the visuals are quite good, crisp visuals. Not too many jaggies, even at distances. It looks pretty crisp and clear, so certainly no complaints there. And I can't seem to find many people right now. Yeah. I missed him. What's this? He's coming around. He's in here, I know it. Got him. Anyway, so we're winning. I will get out of the game. And that was a little preview of Call of Duty Ghosts. Of course, Killzone Shadowfall is another exclusive of it right now. And if you hold the PlayStation button, you say close application, adjust devices, log out of PS4, standby mode, turn off PS4. I'm just going to close application. Go back to the media bar. I don't know if it's still called media bar, but that's what they called it on the PlayStation 3. But that's it. So you got all these other things here. This is kind of cool. If you go here, overview, start, I should say. It's the playroom. It just shows you how you can use the touchpad here to wiggle stuff on the screen. It's going to come up here. Yeah, it says it needs a PlayStation Eye, but as you see, if you see what's going on there, if you're doing this, it's moving on the screen, which is really, really cool. So it's fully touch sensitive, and it's got the buttons left and right click. So it's even there. I'm moving it around, and it is recognizing it. That light bar that you see there communicates with it, and also the 6-axis does. So it's a really nice feature. It's quite new age, and the sound's coming out of the controller there too, and it's vibrating. It's got dual motors in both the left and the right side. So anyway, that's that. That's what I wanted to show is how the touchpad works. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. You got your friends list here. You got notification bar, PlayStation Store, messages, and all the other stuff, all the other goodies, trophies, and whatnot. So, and of course, this isn't really incorporated yet, but there's a share button. So if I click share, Okay, so how do you want to share your experience? You can upload a video clip, gameplay video clip. That looks like single player of my Call of Duty Ghost campaign. Or you can upload a screenshot. So it automatically saves stuff as you go. So you don't have to really worry about that because it does it for you. So if I click X here, I can play 15 minutes worth of Ghosts and, save the video, email the video, send it to friends, whatever you want to do. So it's another new feature of the PlayStation 4. Library button. Okay, it's got store. That I was playing Ghosts in the Playroom. So that's pretty much it. I've showed you pretty much everything there is. And I've given you my couple complaints and what I would like to see Sony do about the video USB, music USB streaming that many enjoyed on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 2 before that. Anyway, that's pretty much everything. Thanks for watching this PlayStation 4 review. And if you're considering buying it, I hope this helps you with a lot of questions. And if you have any questions about the console, I've done a lot of research and looked into a lot of different matters. Please put a comment in the comment section below the video or send me a message and I will answer the question as soon as I see it. So again, this has been Goblin Man 7 with another YouTube upload, PlayStation 4 review, several days after lunch. Thank you. Subscribe and have a good one. Bye.